When you're talking with buyers and they're asking you why you keep sending homes in certain locations and maybe it's not the location they keep telling you that they want, it could have something to do with their buyer power and what they're wanting for their price. Let me show you. When you look at the last 90 days of sales in the MLS, we can look at them by $100,000 increments and watch them move across Wake County in such a way that you can see where the majority of the commuters are working, how far they're driving to their homes. And what you start to see is the more they pay, the shorter their commute. So real estate around Research Triangle Park and other areas that are highly populated with jobs, those end up being the most expensive areas in our market. So let's do some basics here. We got 90 days back, 3 bedrooms, more than 2,000 square feet, at least a 2-car garage. Let's do a little minimum acreage, detached properties built since 2000. We'll go ahead and raise that to 2,300 square feet, and let's look at the first view. Oops, I didn't narrow it down to Wake County. 1 second. Wake County, and search again. All right, so what I want you to do is watch. Here's Wake County. Okay, now watch as we go up in $100,000 increments. Let's go from 400 to 500,000. All right, so we've got pretty much the whole Youngsville down to Zebulon, around Garner, Fuquay, Holly Springs are pretty populated with sales in the last 90 days. Let's go to 500 to 600,000 range. What you're going to see is it takes over 600,000 to be in the Cary, Morrisville, Northwest Raleigh area. So we're up to 600,000. You can see where the populated areas are of homes of those prices in the last 90 days. Let's go up a little bit higher to the 700 range. Hit search. Definitely made a little bit of movement further to the west side. A little bit more. Let's go up another 100 to 800,000. Look at that shift. And they're starting to conglomerate around the major thoroughfare. So around 540 in this case. Let's do 800 to 900. Pretty unbelievable. Look how there's nothing over in the Knightdale, Garner, Clayton, Wendell, Zebulon side of things. And we'll go up one more 100. Same thing. What if you do 1 million to 1.2 million? Look at that. We've got 10 closer to the Beltline now, and things are starting to really be around the perimeter of town, but on that thoroughfare. And if we just max it out, 142 million plus properties in our market. Look at that, downtown 15. And along that corridor, up by the lake. So let's just say you look from the 400 to the 600,000 range. Look at the difference. So they're on this right side now in sort of a crescent moon shape. And then if we go back to the 600 to 800 range, it's going to flip-flop. Well, that's more in the center line. Let's go up just a hair more. 600 to 800 to 1 million. There's the total flip-flop. Unbelievable. These houses that we're talking about were selling in the 300 to 400 range not 10 years ago. Let's look at some larger homes. 2,650 as a minimum. Let's change the acreage to 0.24, just raise it a hair, just under a quarter acre. I don't want to get rid of too many properties. And let's change it back down to the 300 to 400 range again and do another search. So bigger homes, very first search. There's only 3 in the last 90 days. They're way on the outskirts north of Wake Forest and out past Zebulon. Let's get rid of the acreage. All right. They're still on the eastern side exclusively, on the eastern and north side. All right. So from the 600,000 to the 700,000 range, 2,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms. Now we're coming around to the western side of the area. And if we go up another 100,000 from 700 to 800, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to show us that primarily people that have that money to spend, that are commuting into those areas, are going to stick to the western side of town, so their commute is shorter. Let's go one more 100. Really unbelievable. And you could do this for different counties. You can do this for different property sizes. You could try just smaller homes. Unfortunately, we don't have much inventory that's populated our area over the last year or two that's under the 250. But since that used to be our market average for a 3-2, maybe 1,800 to 2,000 square foot home with a 2-car garage, this is really unbelievable to be able to show somebody how our market has changed and how the prices are very much in line with where the businesses that are carrying most of the employment are and how the traffic patterns are. You can even see where the 540 wasn't finished. If the 540 had been finished, I'm sure those areas would have been even more heavily populated with higher end homes.